Mr. Tappan, principal here at Council Rock, and I am so excited to kind of share a little bit about how my job and Habits of Mind come together. So I think most of you know, I define my job here at Council Rock as two main things: to keep everyone safe and to make sure everyone gets the opportunity to learn. So that's what I do every day. It comes in lots of different forms. Doing the pledge in the morning, being out at bus loop, helping teachers make sure that kids are ready to learn, all of that. So I think that of the 4 habits of mind that we've been talking about, thinking and communicating with clarity and precision, that is the number one that I use every day. It's important for me to share information with students. It's important for me to share information with teachers and other staff members, and it's important for me to share information with our families and with our community about what's going on here at Council Rock. It can sometimes be a real challenge though, because there's lots to communicate, whether it's outdoor recess or indoor recess, whether right now it's about construction and about things that might change or shift due to construction. I think along with that one, even though it's not one we're talking about, thinking flexibly has also been one that I've been using a lot this year in thinking about how to work with the construction. I think the other one that I try to use every day is finding humor, and I think that helps to keep my job super enjoyable. I love greeting kids every day, seeing kids come off the bus and enjoying what they're doing and what they're learning here at Council Rock. But finding humor in my day is important because my job can get stressful, and to find humor every day helps me be a better principal for you. So I hope you can be thinking about how you connect habits of mind to your own learning, your own interests, and what you do here every day at Council Rock.
Hello, Council Rock. My name is Mrs. Diamond, and I teach 2nd grade here at school. And today I'm going to talk to you about something I like to do when I'm not teaching at school. And I wonder if you can guess what it is. Let's see, I see some yarn. What else? These look like some knitting needles. Have you guessed yet? If you guessed knitting, you're absolutely right. I like to knit sometimes when I'm not at school. But many people might not know that when you knit, you really have to concentrate, and I'm here to talk to you about how I use one of the habits of mind as a knitter. Knitting involves a lot of paying attention to the stitches that you're using and a lot of counting and numbers. So I use that habit of mind, striving for accuracy as a knitter, whether I'm making a scarf or a blanket or a sweater. I have to really focus and try to be precise with where the needles are going. Does it have to be perfect? Not at all. Sometimes when I'm knitting, I might make a mistake and one of the stitches might fall off the needle, or I might put my needle in the wrong place and oops! I get the temptation to pull out all the stitches sometimes, but then I manage my impulsivity. Do you see how I put that other habit of mind in there? I manage my impulsivity and I persist, another habit of mind. So I just want to say how important it is to strive for accuracy when you're doing something like knitting that involves a lot of concentration.
So I'm Richard, I'm a security guard here. What we do here is we make sure that all the doors are locked, everybody's safe. We do traffic control, we make deliveries, watch the cameras, sign people in, sign people out, and just assist wherever we're really needed. The habits of mind that we use are, one of them is striving for accuracy, as we try to help people find where they need to go. We use maps of the building to help people when we're doing traffic control out front. We don't want to send cars into the bus loop on accident, or we don't want to send a bus into the parking lot. So focusing on the habits of mind of striving for accuracy allows us to really help keep everything efficient, getting people signed in quickly, signed out, helping them find where they need to go. So using the habit of mind really allows us to work efficiently and effectively within the community of the school and just move things along.
I'm the phys ed teacher here at Council Rock. My unique hobby is showing cows. Yes, that's correct. I did say showing cows. You might not know this, but I grew up on a farm. My dad was a farmer, my grandfather was a farmer, and my great-grandfather was a farmer. It brought me a lot of joy to continue on the tradition of our family as a showman and also as a farmer, taking care of animals at a young age. One thing you do with the cows is that you would take them to a fair, a county fair, a state fair, a national fair, and even at a world fair. At the end of the week, there would be a show. When showing cows, you could compete in 2 types of shows. The first one is a showmanship class. In a showmanship class, you'd be walking a cow around the ring while a judge was watching you, the showman. The judge would also come up to you and ask you questions about your animal. This is where I would be using the habit of mind, thinking about your thinking. During this time, I would have to answer the questions clearly and precisely to give the correct answer. The questions would include things about my animal, like their birthday, about their family, or things I might change about the animal to make them better. I had to think quickly on my feet and try to answer the questions correctly. I would also have to think about communicating clearly and with precision when answering the questions. So I have learned that the habits of mind of thinking about your thinking and communicating clearly and with precision not only help me with showing cows, but also as a teacher here at Council Rock.
Hi, my name is Christy Petrie. I'm Assistant Cook Manager here at Council Rock. I enjoy working here with the kids, making a healthy meal, serving it to them. The habits of mind that I use are striving for accuracy. We take our kids' orders and then we bring it from French Road and we bring it here and we make it. And that's a challenge, but it's also very enjoyable when our lunches work out well. Striving for accuracy is very important with food serving. We have to make sure the food is kept at the proper temperature, that we keep the cold food cold, and then we have the hot food hot. That's just a huge part of our day, the accuracy part of it, along with the kids' orders, just making sure we have enough to serve our kids. Focusing on this habit of mind ensures that we have a safe environment for our students.
Youngman. I teach 2nd grade at Council Rock Primary School. And a hobby that I have recently discovered is called hand lettering. And basically I practice my handwriting with different strokes and kind of create my own fonts. I have to use a lot of different habits of mind while I do this, but what I use the most often is striving for accuracy and persistence for sure, and also finding humor. I have to strive for accuracy because what I've learned is there's specific ways to do the strokes, and there's different markers and pens that you can use to create different lines and even create a mood with the way that you're writing. I have to persist because I'm learning, so I don't always do a good job the first time around, or the second time around, or the third time around, so I have to keep trying. And I have to find humor in it because when I think that I've done a really great job and I've been so focused for so long and I'm just working on like individual lines, I pull away from it and it looks like a big sloppy mess, or I can't even read what I wrote. I have to laugh at myself. I have to find humor in that piece of it. So when I use these habits of mind, I can practice more and become more accurate with my letter formation, and then my next step can be more of a design and innovating and being more creative with things, which is the ultimate goal because I like to then use this to make projects for friends and posters for friends and continuing to learn and grow. The great thing about the habits of mind is that they remind you that you can continue practicing and it's okay to stumble as you go. And I just keep practicing and keep striving for accuracy like I talked about, and I keep persisting. And my hope is that it will just become muscle memory so that then I can do the whole piece that got me drawn into this hobby, which is the creative, fun, artistic part of the whole thing.
So my name is Eric Haney. This is Vinny Orologio, and we are working on the construction project for the construction of the South Addition and the North Addition here at Council Rock Primary School. I'm the project manager. I'm in charge of the money and the scheduling of the project.
I'm a field manager, and I'm pretty much in charge of day-to-day activity out here on the site. Anything going on out here, whatever we're building or whatever we're doing, I stay in charge of all of that stuff.
So when it comes to habits of mind, the habit of mind that we use on a day-to-day is thinking and communicating with clarity and precision. With a project this size, there's a lot of communication and coordination that has to go on between us here with the construction management of this project, Matt Tappan, the principal, the community members, the neighbors, everybody in the district. There's a whole lot of moving pieces that have to be communicated and need to be accurate and precise and clear.
Each aspect of the construction has a certain superintendent or somebody that's in charge, and I communicate with those guys or girls on a everyday basis. We have to be very specific on what we coordinate just so things get done right. We always work off plans, so anything being done out here in the field, we have to follow the direction of the plans.
Another habit of mine that we thought about too was striving for accuracy. That's another one that's very important when it comes to what we do every day. So with the project, it all starts from basically a blueprint and communicating exactly what's on that blueprint to what you're going to see in the end product. For example, a real life example with this is the cafeteria that's being built in the front of the addition. That all started on basically drawings of how that is going to be constructed and then what the finished product's going to look like. So all that really ties into communicating, clearly and with precision to be able to allow the contractors and for us to build exactly what the community and the district envisioned. Utilizing this habit of mind ensures that we have this project completed on time and efficiently and meets the vision of the entire community.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. McGowan and I am the Superintendent of Schools here at Brighton, and I'm so excited to talk to you about habits of the mind. And because I think about my thinking and strive for accuracy, I kept some notes about exactly what I wanted to say to you. First of all, I wanted to tell you about what brings me joy in my job, something that one of your teachers asked me to mention. Well, what gives me joy is being able to help people in the school district, help kids, help families, help staff members, all have their best days that they can possibly have, and make sure that everybody is getting what they need and has an exciting, fun, meaningful experience each and every day. And one of the challenges I find in that is making sure that we have enough for everybody and that we're always working as hard as we can to make sure that happens and that we have what people need. And it's sometimes hard to find that and to make sure that there is enough for everybody to go around. And so that's a big challenge in my job each and every day. I was also asked to talk to you about habits of mine that I use in my work. And what I wanted to say to you is that I use many of them, in fact all of them, all of the time. But specifically I've been thinking a lot about thinking and communicating with clarity and precision. So we have a few projects that are going on right now. One is developing the school budget for next year, which is basically what we have to spend and the ways that we're going to spend our resources to make sure that kids and families have what they need. And to do that, we have to plan very, very carefully and communicate very carefully with the community and have conversations with people's parents and other community members about what works best. But it really requires us to think about how we can preach the right message in the right way and talk to people about exactly what they need and be very clear in that and strive for accuracy in all we do. It's a very important topic that we work on with the community, and we have to be true to our numbers and be very careful about what we're presenting, making sure that it's right all the time. Another way that we strive for accuracy in our work and communicate with clarity and precision is around the hiring of a new principal at the middle school, which is coming up, and gathering information from community members, being clear about what we'd like to do and what we're trying to accomplish. And finally, very important to all of you, is communicating with clarity and precision is awfully important when we talk about snow days. And we want to make sure that we're clear with people about whether or not they should come to school and whether or not things are safe for them and who has to go where, when, and how they get home and how they can get places safely. So I know that's very important to you, and we make sure that we're very precise about that and very clear in our work. And in the future, I hope to work on making sure that I'm applying my past knowledge to future situations. It's something that we're always working on. How do we learn from the things that we've done before? Finally, I would tell you, this just doesn't happen at school. It happens outside of school too. And I apply the habits of mind, I think, in my family life and in my hobbies too. We like to ski as a family, and I know that I often have to think about taking responsible risks when I am skiing and doing fun activities outside of school, and think flexibly about how to work through a great day with my family and plan for the day and adjust our schedules and what we want to do based on what's happening around us and how it works for everybody in our family when we participate in activities together. The habits of mind play a big role in my life, and I know they do yours too. Thanks very much for the opportunity to talk a little bit about that today.